Shadowing practice. El Dorado, secrets of the Golden Empire. Once upon a time in the deep jungles of South America, there was a great legend about a city made entirely of gold. This city was called El Dorado. Many people believed it was hidden somewhere in the mountains, covered by thick forests and rivers. The legend said that El Dorado was a place of incredible riches, where the streets and buildings were covered in gold. The story of El Dorado began with the indigenous people of the region, who spoke of a king called the Golden King. This king, it was said, would cover himself in gold dust and sit on a golden throne. The people of the city were very rich, and they kept their treasures hidden from outsiders. One of the first explorers to hear about El Dorado was a Spanish conquistador named Francisco Pizarro. He heard stories from local people and decided to search for the lost city. Many other explorers, including famous men like Sir Walter Raleigh and Gonzalo Pizarro, also went on dangerous journeys into the jungle to find El Dorado. They believed that if they could find it, they would become very rich. The search for El Dorado was not easy. The jungles of South America were wild and full of dangers. There were deadly animals like jaguars and snakes, and the explorers had to face heavy rains, intense heat, and thick vegetation. Many of them got lost or ran out of food and water. Some died from diseases like malaria or fever. Despite these dangers, the dream of finding El Dorado pushed them to continue. In the 16th century, a famous expedition was led by the Spanish explorer Gonzalo Pizarro. He traveled deep into the mountains of Ecuador in search of gold. He heard from local tribes that there was a city full of treasure far in the jungle. Pizarro and his men suffered a lot on their journey. They had to fight through harsh conditions, and many of his soldiers died along the way. After months of searching, they found nothing. Still, they never gave up hope. However, the jungle was dangerous, and many explorers died from disease, hunger, or the attacks of wild animals. Others never returned from their journeys. The search for El Dorado became a dangerous obsession, but no one ever found the Golden City. Over time, people began to wonder if El Dorado was real or just a myth. Some believed the city was destroyed, while others thought it was hidden so well that no one would ever find it. Today, El Dorado remains one of the greatest mysteries of history, a story of dreams, treasure, and adventure. Some believe that El Dorado was not a real city at all, but a legend created to explain the natural beauty and wealth of the Americas. Others think that the city could still be waiting to be discovered, hidden deep in the jungles or under the rivers. The mystery of El Dorado continues to inspire explorers, writers, and adventurers to this day. The legend reminds us that sometimes the search for something as big as a city made of gold can lead us on journeys of discovery about ourselves and the world.